I don't know how we handle the traffic. I don't get in line.
Right? All right. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
What is going down, everyone? It's time for Mojobreak.com, the hype episode number 162. We've got a crazy week going on, not only in the world, but in the hobby. There's 5 new releases. We're going to talk about them today. Clearly, Donruss. Is it going to change the game of the NBA cards? We'll talk about that. We're bringing back Guess That Price, but we're doing it as a 3-way. So we want you guys to guess along at home. We're gonna. I can see Dan's eyes beating on me for that. Yeah, we're gonna bring that back. But we're gonna do it. 3 people writing in our card votes, our card guesses, and we're going to nominate a winner of this round. So we'll have 2 baseball, 2 football, 2 hockey, and 2 baseball, 2 football, 2 basketball, and 1 wild card. So to see who's going to win. So that's going to be at the end of the show. So hang in there, put your votes and your guesses in the chats. And we're also going to talk about a $16 million day for gold, or 2 days for golden auctions. Some crazy sports card memorabilia items that just went for record prices. So, anyways, how you guys feeling? How are you doing, Dan? How's the kombucha today?
Oh, it's great. It actually is. It feels like Wednesday now. I get a little. I get to hear the playback.
Yeah.
Cool. Because what I do love more than anything is if we could start the show, talk about a 3-way, and then get a playback at the same time.
I know you love the sound of your own voice, but that's besides the point. C-Rab, what's going on? How's that iPad treat you, man? I love that thing. I'm jealous.
It's great. The Magic Keyboard, it helps me keep track of the Raiders score every Sunday when we're winning, so, keep it rolling.
I'll tell you right now, we're not getting any ad revenue from Apple.
We should.
I know. They
absolutely. We've got it right here, right there.
I think they're looking for a bigger demographic. I think Apple looks for eyeballs, like a lot of eyeballs.
Oh, okay.
It's
past Halloween now.
No, they're all about that money. You should have been you should have gone as Tim Apple for Halloween.
Or just an iPad.
Just an iPad. Yeah. Just a big.
At what price could they have you wear an Apple shirt? Like what price is Tim
Apple?
The
funny thing is I used to own an Apple shirt. Mm-hmm. And
you did?
I did. Yeah, you actually are just.
I've never had an Apple.
It's
shirt.
funny. Like I'm talking, I'm pretty sure you're not hearing what I'm saying because I owned an Apple shirt. I used to wear it. I used to like Apple. I used to be a fan. I had an iPhone. I think before you had an iPhone.
You did. You did.
But I just like everything else, you grow up and you progress. And
or you regress.
No, you progress and you move on.
Okay.
But yeah, killer ride, C-Rad. Has that got built-in speakers or what? What do we got there?
Anything you'd want.
Yeah.
It's got everything you want.
Yeah.
You could charge it from the keyboard itself. See, it's magic. Like I can't even drop this joint right here.
Is it? Oh, it's indestructible. You throw it against the wall.
It's like 4 times.
Made out of rubber.
Like if I drop it 4 out of 5 times, it's good.
You're all 6 out of 14 times it won't fall off.
There's that one time that
Well, clearly Dan is in the wrong, but we're going to talk about clearly Donruss basketball drop today, and it's got some hype. And yes, we still are doing the 1920 rookie class. We're actually doing the 1920 rookie class along with the 2021 rookie class. We're in that weird era of the crossover where the 2 rookie classes meet, and there's still new releases coming out for both of them.
More so than
I was gonna say, more so now than I could ever remember. Because we have Prism Draft.
Yes.
Don't think it's coming out Friday,
but the first off the line came out.
First off the line's out on the shelf in the Mojobreak store. Sold out today. C-Rad's breaking it, so we're gonna see what that's all about. But not the regular release, not coming out Friday.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So.
It's coming out on
got pushed for some reason.
13th of November, I think.
Next Friday.
Next Friday, then. Okay, so they pushed it back a week. But yeah, but we still do, and I'm going to forget some, but we have Immaculate 1920. 1819 still coming out too. Jeez. 1920 Immaculate. We got 1920 Flawless.
1-1.
And 1-1. and then the premium hoops, right?
Premium hoops.
So we got at least 4 1920 to Chase, Zion, Morant, all that coming out. Is there one I'm forgetting?
There probably is.
There's
Did
probably
you
one
say
more.
the hoops premium?
Yes,
You got that?
I did. Hoops
Did you
premium
get it-
prism optic.
Did you get immaculate?
I did. It's hard. It's hard to count. You
Immaculate.
got to count them there. But so we got clearly Donruss, which is the 1920, and I think in a case we pulled 2 autos, right? So we did a case this morning and broke it up into two breaks. We pulled 2 autos, one being a John Morant, one being a Culver. So it was pretty good autos.
So
I think
2 autos in a
case.
In a case. Got it.
And I think Dan's auto was to 10, right? The
John
drop.
Morant to 10. Sticker, but still very cool. So many rookies. You're getting like 2 to 3 rookies per pack. Not per box, per pack.
So you're getting average on average. It's 4 packs. You're getting an average of 8 to 10 rookie cards per box.
You open up a case, you're getting multiples of every rookie.
That's good. That's good.
So it's the value is definitely there. I'm curious to see what these cards do raw on the secondary market.
Yeah, there's some things to consider, and I want to get you guys' opinion of this product because I hear mostly good things on Twitter. A lot of people are going after this stuff. Overseas is going wild for this stuff. From what I've heard from distributors is they're sending a lot of it overseas. They're getting requests for it overseas. But it is clear. So, I mean, it's the rated rookie, the Donruss design, and it's got the clear background. They even have the inserts. They have the My House. They have the stargazing, and those are all with that acetate clear finish. Me as a fan, I do like acetate in some extent. I can't say that I absolutely love this yet, but I could see where the value is. I think one thing to keep in mind here is the grading is going to change the game on these cards because, for one, there's a border on there, so they're not going to all be centered. And for 2, surface scratching is a big deal on the clearly Donruss. So you got to keep that in mind. You got to really fine-tooth look over that card before you send it in for grading because just the way that they're made, they're going to show scratches very, very easily. So
Yep.
I'm going to move it over to C-Rad and see what your initial thoughts are and expectations of this clearly Donruss product.
Well, I haven't actually seen the cards in person, only the preview pictures that everybody else has seen. So that I actually was going to ask you guys, like, in your opinion, does the card pop at all, like when you guys are opening it, compared to something like a high tech? Because I'm used to seeing high tech. Like, what is it like compared to that product?
It's printed on the same thing as high. It's the same acetate as high tech. So, very similar. It's like high tech with borders.
Okay.
High tech usually is like a
It
full
just has a background
like a
design.
full bleed
Full bleed,
type of
yep.
no edges, no borders. This one you can definitely tell if it's off centered or not. Generally the cards seem to be coming out in pretty good condition. The borders you can definitely see if it's off centered. I don't see a lot of surface issues out of the gate. My thing is if there is a substantial influx of the base rated rookies that get sent to PSA and BGS, is that going to affect the overall grade?
Right, they may raise their curve.
Yeah,
right?
they may raise it if they get and there's going to be an influx and they may come in quick. There may be, 1,000 of certain rookies in the first month or two.
How
right?
many? So for example, how many base Zions did you have in your house?
I think I had 1 base Zion and then 1 insert Zion.
Okay, so I had 2 variations, 2 base, and an insert. In my
So
half.
my thing is if everybody is packing those up and sending them to BGS or PSA, is that going to affect the scale of the grading? Even if the cards are in great condition, they can't give out all 10s, right?
Well, and that's my thing with BGS and PSA is that if they see 100 of the same card all day, it's
how do you figure
they're
out?
going to scrutinize it probably even more. That's why, I'm saying this is just a theory of mine. I waited to send a lot of the Prism stuff until now because I felt like there's so many that I'm sure they still have a lot, but compared to when the Prism stuff came out, I feel like now people may be grading the Mosaic Football or the Prism. It's kind of like I don't want to compare this to The Voice, but if you watch the show The Voice, the beginning they all build teams on The Voice, right? They have to have 10 candidates, and at the beginning they have no candidates, so they're taking people right away. Well, towards the end, when each member has 9 people, there may be a phenomenal singer, but they don't take them, right? Because they already have a full team. It's kind of like what I compare grading to is they've seen so much that now their scale is now broadened and they're not going to give you that 10. Now, if they don't see it for a while, then they may give you a 10. Just my opinion. I don't know if it's fact, but that's kind of what I'm saying.
So the better you are at singing, the better grades you get?
Absolutely. That's the story. You
that's what I got out of it. So I'm
on.
like, okay, so you basically got to call them up, give them a little jingle over the phone, and they're like, you're pretty good. We're going to give you all 10s.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I sing them. I go with Nickelback. It seems like they're a big fan of Nickelback. So that's the song of choice.
I don't know.
But PSA.
Southern California, I'd say Red Hot Chili Peppers.
311.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Sublime.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about.
I was just saying, when you may have a 10, but they've seen so many cards that day that they're not going to give you a 10, if that makes sense. So, like I said, I don't know if that's a proven theory, but that's the theory I go with as I wait until it's a little bit less in demand and get it graded. But that may affect your top dollar,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You may not get the release. If you're flipping the card, you may not get that top dollar for the week 1 release that you would get if you sold it the week it came out.
I think you do have a good point, though. I think it has something to do with if a certain grader is seeing 30 to 40 of the same cards in a day, how are they going to tell the difference really between something that's a 9 or a 10 or an 8? And at what point, like the first couple, maybe the first 10, those are going to get better grades, but then you're like, man, this one actually is a little bit better than one I graded before. Go back and you're like, maybe that other one was a 9. Like,
I think it's
how do you...
It's human nature. Just like, for example, that's why I use this argument about like the Jordans and like, so let's just say somebody sent in 5,086, 87 Fleer cards and there was like 100 Jordans, right? And maybe somehow they got 2 9s and 2 10s. And then you had one Jordan where you like magnified it and you're like, man, this thing's centered. This is going to get a 10. And that same grader gets your Jordan right after he did that PSA order and he's like, I really don't feel right putting another 10 on the market.
I also, and we talked about this before, do they look at the pop report and say, we can't...
Right.
We like, does that ever come into
They say
effect?
It doesn't, but I'm sure it has to.
But it has to, right? Like, if I get, like you're saying, 10 Jordans come in, 10 86, 87 Jordans come in, and the first 4 or 9s, and then there was a couple 10s. It's like I'm almost due to give like an 8, regardless of what the condition of the card is.
I would probably.
Like not all these cards.
Or you're going to scrutinize it further. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, you're going to look for the flaws.
Yes.
Because you're like, I can't give everybody 9s and 10s today.
That's a good. I'd love to talk to somebody from PSA.
I think a
you
lot
also
of people
you also
would.
got to figure that. Well, you also got to figure that if there's a guy that does 86, 87 Fleer, there's probably not 10 guys in the building that do 86, 87 Fleer. Right?
Well, you figure
there's probably a guy that does that.
There has to be a handful of guys who that's their specialty.
Right.
Like I'm the vintage guy. I'm the
Prism
vintage
guy.
I'm the prism guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like the optic guy. I'm like the surface guy. So if you have like any chrome cards, I really look into detail of the surface and stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe I should quit and go work for PSA and then I can get some inside information.
Intel. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they'll never hire me at PSA. We know where I stay. Like,
well, but
they may have a picture of me on the wall saying like, do not let this guy in there. May have a restraining order against me. I don't know.
They could.
BGS, they welcome me with open arms.
Maybe you could
do
like that.
Come right in.
What's that undercover boss? Maybe you could like get like a long hair and put a mustache on. And you could
I had long hair.
You could be like Danderson. Yeah, I know you did. No, that's true.
I'm growing the mustache out too.
Yeah, the Movember.
Yeah, why not?
So, but what do you think in the grant? Like when all the dust settles, all these releases come out for 1920, right?
Yeah.
Where does this fall with Prism, with Optic, with Donruss? I mean, where does this fall in line? Is this one that we move to the top, or is this one that's just kind of a novelty?
Without actually, it's obviously I got to spend some time seeing this product, what it does, and seeing it myself as well. But I think they chose a good product to do this acetate on because we know that those have been in in the hobby for a while now. They tried this back in 15-16 with Clear Vision.
Yes.
And that was a disaster, complete disaster of a product. And it kind of followed the same configuration almost, like it wasn't a lot of hits at all.
Yeah, it was like 1 or 2 autos
Yeah.
per case.
And then they were trying that thing where it was like the clear acetate, but then they also had cardboard on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah. It was like a double layered
it
card.
was a double
yeah.
layered card, which was a disaster.
Like Upper Deck does it with Synergy.
Yes.
Yeah, and I didn't really like that design at all. But so I think it's smart Panini to go. They wanted to obviously bring this clear acetate product back somehow. So it was smart going with the Donruss design, right? Because they probably didn't want to. They probably didn't want another. I'm just guessing here, but I feel like they probably didn't want another Prism,
Or Optic, for that matter. Right?
you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Long term, it's hard to say, but Clear Vision in 15-16 was a complete fail. But they choosing a design that people, because I like the Donruss and I like the rated rookies a lot. So we'll see.
It's funny, and we'll move on to the next topic, but it's funny that you look at the time we're in, because if this product would have came out in 14-15 and somebody would have came into your shop and said, like, how much is that? You're like, for one, it'd probably be $80 a box. And for two, it'd be like, how many, do I get an autograph? You'd be like, well, there's 2 in a case. They'd be like, well, why? And like, well, that's just how they did it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you have something else. Because back then, it was autographs, mem, all that stuff. Now we've completely flipped, and it's like Panini can just put 2 autos in an entire case.
Mm-hmm.
And, the parallels are what people are going for. So it's just funny how the times evolved in less than like 5 years, really.
I don't know if this needs to be a standalone product. I think they should incorporate this into a subset in the original Donruss release.
That's a good idea.
So like
Kind of
maybe
how they do with Contenders with the clears.
yeah,
I love those.
maybe if you basically do one clear, or maybe two clears per case, and have it a short printed extra subset, because people love that stuff, and I think it would definitely add value. I know it cost a lot of money to make these clear cards, so they probably are like, let's do a standalone product so we can make more of it and make more money.
It must be, because that's why they did the same thing with Clear Vision, which we were in a different time. So it must be they must be wrapped up in the cost of the cards.
Yeah, because you never see a lot of in the clear. Even in high tech, it's not a ton of autograph content.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of the cost of the product is wrapped up in the physical card itself, so they can't add extra cost and autograph content to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I've never seen? Like a clear card, like a thick clear card. Upper Deck has done them, but they're more glass.
Yep.
But if they could figure out a way to embed a relic into it, I've never seen it. Why doesn't it exist?
Remember they had that, what was that football product where they did like home and away, and it had like a little, like the relic swung around?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was.
That was just dumb,
That
but-
was dumb.
They still do that every now and
I guess
then.
they do. I
They
guess
put
they
that-
do
they put it in
relics,
a
but
row.
it's like a cardboard back of the card, and then they put the midnight acetates, and they put the acetate on top of it, so it's sandwiched. But it's never been like a full acetate card with a relic.
Yep.
Chris had a point about the PSA that we were talking about. I agree. I sent a video of a guy who broke 89 Upper Deck and sent in PSA about 25 of them. Only got 1, 10, 4 9s, the rest 6, 7, and 8s. You could tell the difference between a 7 and 10.
My issue is I hear a lot of stories about that, and I just go back to the whole is it actually grading of the card, or is it having a formula for what percentage could be given out? Because if you send in 10 cards of the same exact card, no matter the condition, you're not going to get 10 10s.
No.
Never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. But why there should be that 1 or 2 times, maybe it should happen.
Yeah, exactly. So let's move on. So NBA's got some new news. They're expecting to start the season on December 22nd, like a month and a half away. They're playing a reduced 72-game schedule. I don't know if this is 100% at the moment, but it sounds like it is. They're going to have a Players Association meeting, and they're expecting to start the season on December 22nd, 72-game season. So here's the off-season schedule here. November 18th, which is right around the corner, we're going to have the NBA draft, which, we've been talking about other episodes with LaMelo, Wiseman, Edwards, Obi Toppin. All these guys are going to find their teams. Start of NBA free agency would be 2 days after the draft. Training camp would be December 1st, and then the season would be on December 2nd. So there would be no summer league. Obviously, it would be, or no winter league in this case. I don't know how many exhibition games there's going to be, or if there is going to be any exhibition games. So my initial thought of how this affects the hobby is I don't think these rookies are going to get a lot of playing time right out of the gate, especially maybe the one-and-done guys. Maybe Obi Toppin, who went to college for 4 years, maybe he plays right away. He's a little bit more seasoned. So I think this is going to be good and bad in a way. I think you're going to be able to get some investments, and then once they have a big game, then the whole NBA is going to be on fire over these guys, kind of similar to Tyler Hero or a fail in Bol Bol. You're also, is LeBron going to be rested enough? So I feel like it's like the Warriors and the Nets maybe have some advantages that they didn't go to the bubble. They're superstar teams, and they're going to be well rested, ready to go out there and play a shortened, I guess, in a sense, season. What are your thoughts on this news?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we haven't seen the Warriors play in so long, and the full team. And I mean, like Steph Curry healthy Warriors and Klay Thompson healthy. So I'm super excited for the new season. Obviously, the Warriors may go 72-0 if it's a 72 game season.
Bold.
But I mean, in general, I think a lot of vets already came out and said if they start December 22nd, there's going to be a lot of guys like LeBron that are going to sit out.
I read that too. There's a lot of vets who are like, especially vets that played in the bubble and especially had a long playoff run.
Yeah, look at Lakers play for like 2 months.
That they are going to basically, I mean, the back-to-backs. They're not going to play if they're going to have any back-to-backs. I think they also said they're not going to have an all-star all-star game, but they're going to have a break in between.
Are they going to – I mean, maybe this is going to be decided, and it was posed in the chat here. Are they going to be doing a bubble again?
I don't think it's going to be in a bubble. I think it's going to be very similar to no fans.
Right. Maybe baseball where they play their own.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to play – I think they're going to play the whole – everybody. Not like baseball where they're just playing their own division or the other leagues.
So you think the Warriors are going to go to Madison Square Garden during the season?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, football's doing it.
True.
I think it's going to be very similar
that's
to
16 games compared to 72. There's a lot more moving parts, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be. I mean, they're not flying like commercial. They're not flying coach. They have their own.
They have their own.
They have their own transportation
and all that stuff.
So I think I don't think there's going to be fans, but I think we will see them in their home arenas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty phenomenal. I mean, they have to get back on track at some point, right? I mean, if they keep starting the season later, then it's never going to ever get back on track. So yeah, I feel sorry for the guy. Well, I don't feel sorry for the Lakers, just won the championship, but I feel sorry for the veterans that maybe had to fight their way all the way to the end, like a Jimmy Butler that didn't get the title and now he's got to play in a month and a half. So I mean that does, but at some point, like I said, that's going to have to. I wonder if they're going to allow them to have a little bit more of an expanded roster because of that. So that might be something where they maybe have a couple extra players that can fill in for like LeBron, who maybe doesn't want to play 30 minutes a game for a while. Maybe LeBron only wants to play 10 minutes until he's up to speed and he doesn't want to.
Yeah, but that starts playing games at the salary cap.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think the Players Association is going to be okay with that unless the salary cap gets expanded. Because that would mean if you have more players, other players are going to have to make less.
That's true.
So yeah. I don't hear a lot of players taking pay cuts in the NBA.
Yeah, and that's a good point that Ron makes in the chat too. Is that Toronto's probably going to have to play somewhere in the U.S. He said Louisville or wherever, because same situation with the Blue Jays where they weren't able to play baseball in Toronto because of the tropical.
You can play in Buffalo.
Man, who cares about the Raptors, man?
Yeah. Raptors who? I mean, jeez. So yeah, this will be interesting how it plays out on card. But what I'm thinking is going to happen. People are kind of down on the season because they're just no Zion hype. There's no Ja hype like that we had in prior years.
Oh, that hype is coming back. Get ready, boys.
I think it's gonna hit, and then you're too late, right? I think right now, obviously Edwards, LaMelo, Wiseman, Obi Toppin, these guys have a little bit there was a 1-on-1 Lonzo that sold for $4,500, which was more than I expect. Not Lonzo, LaMelo, for $4,500.
When was this?
I actually
it was the Gold Vine or the 1-on-1 Contenders.
I actually think
that's kind of low.
I think that's low.
So I thought that was high.
And I never say anything's low, and I think that's low.
Remember how much your guys' friend Dylan sold the 1-on-1 Luka for? I think it was like $2,000.
Yeah, because nobody knew about Luka at the time.
Yeah. From Contenders Draft.
Contenders Draft, yeah. I mean, we didn't even know. I mean, we knew he was kind of like a big hyped player, but we didn't know what he was going to be. So that's what I'm saying.
He was almost the first pick overall.
Yeah.
Actually, the Suns probably would like that pick over again.
And you may get some hype on Denny, and I'm still learning his name. Avdija, I believe his name is.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it either. I just know it's Denny, his first name.
Denny, because they're comparing him to a lot like Luka. So depending on the situation where he falls, that's why the draft is going to be hugely important for this hobby.
I could actually see the Warriors moving back a little bit in the draft
trying to take him.
Yeah. And I don't think they would have to move back to like maybe the 6th pick or something like that. Like he isn't gonna fall to the 10th or 15th
unless
pick.
a lot of those top teams feel like they don't want to miss out on somebody like Luka again.
Yeah, but I could see.
Happening.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the Warriors would take him 2nd overall, but I could see the Warriors moving back a couple picks.
Yeah.
With the mentality that they're gonna take him, because I think he might be a pretty good fit for their team.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I don't think LaMelo is a good fit.
Yeah.
Wiseman, I'm thinking as a Warrior fan,
I think Wiseman is.
Wiseman would be good.
I think Wiseman is like the obvious pick. Like you look at the Warriors team and
what they need
and who they can basically plug in and play right away. It's that position. They need an athletic big guy.
Yeah.
But honestly, like in that offense, I can't see him putting up a lot of points.
Yeah, he's not.
So he's not going to be a guy where he's going to be touching the ball a lot.
Yeah.
But he would make the Warriors a better team.
Yeah, they probably.
But it wouldn't be great for his card prices because I don't think he's going to be lighting up the stat sheet.
Yeah, he's not going to be lighting.
But here's my idea, and I should in terms of cards, going back to the cards, and I think that any of you guys out there can use this idea. I would look for auctions on eBay. For Contenders draft picks, I would look for the on-card guys because if Panini signed them on-card, that means they hold them in high regard. I'm saying don't buy Wiseman, Melo, or Edwards right now because those guys are already up. But look for the on-card guys that are ending an auction, and if you could scoop those up because once they fall on their team, there's going to be some hype, right? If somebody goes to the Knicks, your Knicks are due for a superstar. This guy's going to go up, or this guy's playing with LeBron, so he's going up. So if you do it before the draft, same thing with Prism is you can probably get some of these guys on the dirt cheap and buy in bunches, and one of them is probably going to pay off because nobody knows right now.
Yeah, with Contenders, like that's a good point with the on-card autos. Those are the guys that Panini is speculating are going to be lottery picks. They're going to be top 10 guys. Like, how many times do we see on-card autos out of Contenders draft where the player was drafted in the 20s or second round? Very rarely, right? Like they basically, essentially they're probably looking over multiple mock drafts and saying, okay, these 10 players are the ones that we need to get in-person on-card autos.
Yeah, and you could do that too. And you could, if I was doing it, I would probably stay away from centers. I would probably everybody else though. I know Wiseman's borderline a center, but centers usually don't tend to sell very well. But that's just something I might try to do. Look on eBay and try to do those for the flip. But
and also try to speculate on where you think these players are going to get drafted.
Yeah.
Would actually
Exactly.
help as well.
Market matters,
Like,
yep.
Yeah, figure out what market would work, and that's also a good way of going about it. Like, if you think there's a chance somebody can get drafted to the Knicks are a big market team, And I actually, getting back to like last year, RJ Barrett's relatively inexpensive.
Yeah.
I would consider investing in RJ Barrett. The Knicks at some point are going to turn it around.
Yeah.
And
It's only a matter of time. You can't suck that long.
he was a lottery pick last year, and every time I see his cards on eBay, I mean, they go for a little bit, but they don't go for as much as how high he got drafted in the market he's at.
Yeah, and it's not like he's a center either. I want to make one more point about because a lot of new collectors might not know this, but this is the period where once the season ends, and usually we would have summer league and then the draft and then the summer league and all that stuff. But this period is usually when basketball cards are at their lowest price. So that's, obviously every YouTuber, every other sports card analyst is like talking about it as well, or have been talking about it the last couple months. This is the period where card prices drop. So it's a good time to get in, because once the season starts up again, those 1920 rookies, Zion and Ja, blah blah blah.
Zaza Pachulia. You might want to swoop up his cards. He's doing some great things right now in the Warriors front office.
Their hype will come back, and then the problem is going to be the 1920 products are going to be dried up when their hype comes back, and then it's going to be like very expensive to try to get into some whatever 19 whatever if there's any left of it. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
Well, we're at a weird point right now, like with the pandemic. Like we have no basketball. We would be in the basketball season would be starting already.
Yeah,
and we have no hockey. So if anybody's looking for hockey, I mean, might be a good time to buy hockey cards.
Yeah, that's a
might
good
be
point.
time to buy Jack Hughes. It might be time to buy Kel McCarr or Victor Olofsson or any one of those like rookies from last year's products. Baseball, we talk about it all the time. Baseball it's the time to buy prospects right now.
Prospects, absolutely.
Prospects.
Yeah,
like
anybody not named Luis Robert or
and
Randy or
this is
Rosarena.
this is even a weirder situation we're in because there was no minor leagues.
Yeah.
So like there's these prospects that are in the system, we don't have the year to look back on. Wander Franco has to be one of the better values right now.
I don't know, man. People are still investing.
I've
looked.
I get that, but what are they basing that off of?
He's the number one prospect. I mean, it's if you're like, if you don't even know anything about prospects and you go, who's the number one prospect? Wander Franco. Okay, I'm buying. That's what he has going for him. It's like, beyond like the top 10.
Wander Franco basically had a year wasted in his career because of this. So like, he probably will not make the Rays team next year. Might be a following year. So where is the speculation coming from? Where's this hype coming from?
Number one prospect, and then the Rays made the World Series too,
All right,
which probably helped.
Then go down the Baseball America
because
list.
Now they're like, we got
a couple more. Then go down to 3, 4, 5.
Because as I say, now we got Randy or Rosarena, and then maybe Wander's in that lineup, and they're just back to back hitting bombs and just killing it. So that's probably the Rays' success. Definitely helped Wander's cards. But speaking of baseball, perfect segue. National Treasures is here. NT Baseball. We did 2 cases of First Off the Line yesterday. You can find those on our Mojobreak regular channel. Just search National Treasures. And then we did the regular version today. And, I actually think it's much improved. I think they did a lot more with the subsets. The rookie patch auto looks phenomenal in my opinion, which you can see here on the frame there with the Bo Bichette.
That's a good design this year.
Really good design. They use a lot of nice patches. It's a huge checklist. It's got anywhere you can pull a Babe Ruth all the way to a Wander Franco or a Jason Dominguez, all in the same product. So a lot of variety, a lot to offer for teams and breaks. We're doing randoms, I believe, at $89.99. We've got random numbers at $29.99. We also have Pick Your Team. I'm a fan of this year, and I know the big knock, obviously, what people say is you don't have logos. But, if you look at Ronald Acuna's RPAs, if you look at some of these big-name cuts, you can see that there still is value regardless of the logo. And it's just a fun product to watch. I mean, there's so many one-on-ones and tags and stuff like that. Dan opened some with me this morning. What did you think of National Treasures?
I thought it was good. I mean, it is NT. It looks like NT, feels like NT, smells like NT. It's NT. The one thing that they do absolutely 100% need to get rid of and they need to get rid of it now,
I know where you're going.
is the single color relic books with like the tiny little swatch. It's a waste of a book. It devalues books. We're at a point where a book card is essentially like a printing plate.
Yeah,
There's nothing there to get excited about, and when you make it like just truly look like nothing, like I pulled a Nolan Ryan today that I was like, this is
It had like this small
it
patch.
was a everything about it. I'm like, this is a bad idea. Stop doing this.
Well,
make
yeah.
make books great again. Like,
Well, there doesn't need to be a book in every box. That's the thing. Like they've rolled out National Treasures for years, where it's like a book a box, and typically you have 2 auto books and 2 relic books in every case, 4 boxes. There doesn't need to be a book in every box.
But you know who does books great and same category? And Topps Triple Threads.
Yeah.
When you get a book, like sometimes it's going to be a fold-out book, and it's going to have a full all-star logo and just stuff
And
like that.
you get excited when
and
you
you
see it
get
out of a
excited.
pack.
You're like, this is amazing, and it can actually be numbered to 3. It can be numbered. It's so cool. And then you get the NT book, and you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, don't put a book in every box unless you make it special.
Yeah, I agree. Panini, if you're listening, plus it's you could save money. That one Nolan Ryan card could be now 1 card. It costs less to make. You don't have to print it on 2 sides.
But I would like, they have the single color relics in the product though. Just make half the card.
Yeah.
Just make. I would be happier with just a regular relic card, and don't make it into a book.
Yeah, and I personally hate books unless it's like a dual cut auto. I don't like to display that. You can't display it very properly.
At this point, I'm gonna be a card snob. If it's a book, it better have some wow factor to it. That better have the most amazing patch I've ever seen.
I was gonna ask you guys, what do you think the theory is behind Panini doing those single color books?
I think because initially when they came out with the product, they said one. I don't know. When they initially came out with the product, the wow factor was 1 book a box. So if you were a box buyer, you're like, I'm getting a book. But it's gone on for so many years now that because books when books came out before Panini made baseball products, books were like it's like the unicorn. Like if you opened up something that Topps made and it was a book, you were like, you knew you had something that was huge. Mm-hmm. Either a cut auto or a bat knob book or whatever. It was huge. So they went with that theory of the wow factor because we're gonna put out a $500 box, and we better make sure that the contents are worth it. Well, we're gonna put a book in every box, but little do we know we're gonna basically put the same contents that are on a single color relic card into a book.
I mean, you want to see people get. I mean, look at some of our triple threads when we could see if there's a book in there. And we've been breaking for 10 years. We still, to this day, get excited that there's a book in there.
Ooh, a book.
We got a book. This is going to be cool. Have you ever heard me say in National Treasures, we got a book?
No.
The only time I'll say it is if we got a book and it has 34 relics on it, and it's a 34-team random.
And better
30. I guess it'd be a 30-team
push
random.
back the brakes for a half an hour.
But then we're like... And I won't be like, we got a book. I'm going to be like, oh, we got a book.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what's interesting about that, though, is that Panini is great at doing the opposite as well, because in their other sports, for example, in Origins, the book is 1 a case, and those are generally pretty special when you get one. They're usually generally pretty good. They have either nice patches or there's multiple autos on that book. So it's funny that you go to one sport, baseball, where they're putting a book relic in every box, and it's literally nothing at all. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel special at all. But in Origins, it's like when you get that case hit book, it feels super special.
And don't forget Playbook, which really ruins.
I just want to be a part of the product design team for the National Treasures books. Like, I want to know how that went down. This is like, okay, this is what we're gonna do for the base cards. What we're gonna do for the RPAs. This is going to be the bat knob. This is going to be this. And then we got the book design. What do you guys think? And everybody in the room is like, yeah. I'd be like, no. Do something else.
Exactly.
Like, no.
No.
Like, just don't even put it in there.
They should have. I mean, the people that open their product the most, they should ask for more input. They have in the past, and I know, Maybe it's conflict of interest in certain aspects, and maybe they don't have the means to do what we want them to do.
Yeah.
But they should definitely solicit some information from us. Because we also hear it back from you guys. They don't hear it from...
That's why we do the
They
show.
only hear it from distributors.
That's why we do the show. I know right now, like, in the headquarters of all these manufacturers, it's being pumped in live. They got everybody around the TVs right now. Just
And that's
going
why
like,
that's why we're not number 2. We're number 1. Thanks for the shout out on Instagram.
Look at that.
But anyways, we're gonna move on to
of
Golden
number
Auctions. Golden Auctions. They are Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales swimming in the money. $16 million in 2 days on their website for high dollar sports memorabilia and cards.
Not a bad weekend.
So a Roger Federer racket sold for $55,000, Rafael Federer, and the highest low grade T206 Honus Wagner sold for $1.4 million, and we've got that in the next slide. You can take a look here.
That's Nadal, right?
It's
PSA.
Roger Federer right there.
Oh, it's
Against Rafael.
Against
That's
Rafael
why. So
Nadal.
yeah, Rafael Nadal
I
does
thought
add
for
to
sure
it.
you said
Roger Nadal.
Roger
I
Nadal.
combined the two. But back to the Honus Wagner here. So somebody paid $1.4 million for this Wagner that graded a 1. So it's a record-setting auction for the grade level. I don't think there's ever a 10. I think the Diamondbacks owners is an 8, I believe.
I was gonna. Can you?
Wow.
Can you get?
So yeah, could you
He has an
imagine?
8.
I believe he.
Can you?
I believe
Can
he
you
has an
get?
8.
Can you get one that's actually lower than a 1?
I don't. 0.5.
Can you get a 0.5? Is it just missing half the card?
I mean, it looks like that one was
It does.
torn.
Honestly, but it doesn't. It doesn't look that bad. I mean,
all things considered.
It probably
I'd give
looks
it-
worse in person.
I'm trying to find because we did. I did take a picture of the Wagner.
I got the picture somewhere.
I was gonna see what the grade was.
Holy crap! I can't imagine having a PSA.
I believe it was 8, but there's rumors of that one being trimmed.
You can. I'll pull it up.
I can. I actually can look in Arizona on my pictures because my iPhone is awesome, so I can actually look at my areas of where I was at.
Mine's
2018. When was it? When did we go out there? 2019.
That was last year.
I'm gonna
or
beat
earlier
you.
this year
I'm
or
gonna
last year.
beat you.
Nope, you did not. It is a 8. Yeah, but it actually has on the slab McNall Gretzky Wagner, and it was an 8.
Yeah, and that's the
Wow.
one that Gretzky. He's the
Used
one,
to have it.
He used to have it.
Wow.
I got it here as well. How about the Hank Aaron Gem 10?
Card
know.
goals.
That is
You know
insane.
that's how you know you made it though. If the slab itself just says the D-backs collection.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his
Like,
cards.
I don't think I'm ever gonna have the Dan collection on a slab. Definitely,
the Mojo collection.
it definitely wouldn't be a PSA slab.
Yeah, I mean there was he has a 33 Lajoie from Mint 9. He's got the 52 Mantle and a 10.
Wow.
I mean there was like literally like maybe $20 million sitting on the table of
There's
cards there.
The Koufax 10.
It was insane.
I mean, if that one is a 1.4,
right.
that one is 20 million. Like you said, 20 million dollars worth of cards. That one has to be 20 million by itself. Then.
Could be, I guess.
52 Mantle.
Yeah, that's
Gem
why
Mint 10.
it's insane. So yeah, but I was like thinking from a conversation piece.
Got a pull.
Yeah, I have that photo too. I was thinking from a conversation piece. You're like, here's my card. Oh, it's a 1. Yeah, I paid $1 million for it. I mean, I know they stopped the print run and the cigarette packs for these, and that's why they're so rare because Honus Wagner himself was against his image being associated with nicotine at the time. So that's why this card is so rare because, for one, the people that were smoking back then, I'm sure just threw the cards away anyway. And for two, his was pulled out of the print run early. So that's why they're so rare. Because, Honus Wagner in baseball lore, yeah, he's one of the grades, but he's not Babe Ruth, Mantle, all these names ahead of him. But the card is so rare, it's like the white whale of the sports card hobby. And it's been the one that was talked about when I was a kid. Like the Honus Wagner, you see it referenced in movies. The Honus Wagner. Do you have any Honus Wagner cards? Oh,
I think you were a
through my
kid.
collection.
I think you were a kid when that card was printed.
Ooh, I'm not that old. Maybe. And also the highest, so in the same auction, the highest selling soccer box of all time. It is the 2004-5 Panini Mega Cracks 3rd edition, possibly containing the Leo Messi rookie cards, sold for $31,000. So a box of soccer cards from The 0405, only 15 years ago, sold for $31,000. I mean, judging by the look of that box, it was probably like $50.
I was going to say that was probably on a closeout for like $35.
You may have even been able to find that at a Goodwill at some point, or maybe a dollar store. I mean, it's just crazy. And I'm going to look up the mega
probably not a dollar
cracks,
store. I don't know.
Messi, and see how much that goes for. I guess there's apparently possibly autos in there as well. So considered widely as his rookie card, and that's why that box sold for so much. I'm assuming you almost got to be guaranteed one at the price. We'll see. It's only like, it's interesting. Maybe it's worth more sealed. Maybe I'm not looking at the right thing. I mean, an 8.5 rookie card sold for $13,000. So I guess if you get something that's gem, it's gonna get close to paying for your box. Don't know how big the set is. Don't know much about old soccer cards. So crazy day for them. They also had an 03-04 LeBron James rookie patch autograph, 650 of 750 BGS 10 that sold for $44,000 as well. So this is all on Sunday nights.
Out of what?
SPX. Numbered at 750. So, well, the moment we've all been waiting for. We're gonna do guess that price. Yes. So play along at home. We're gonna, and if you're listening to this audio, you may want to switch to the video. I'll do my best to describe the cards for you guys. But we're doing this new. This is the first time we've done it. All three of us against each other, and it's gonna be write your card down. So Cody's gonna go ahead and host this. And I will show the card on the screen for the guys here as well. So you can go ahead and kick it off, Cody.
All right, here we go. Yeah, if you're watching at the video, just the disembodied voice, don't be alarmed.
Where's that voice coming from?
All right, first up, we're going to start in the NBA, and we are going to start
I should
with
just move my mouth.
1920 impeccable Zion rookie card. It's got an on-card auto. Jersey numbers 1 of 1. It is BGS rated 9. It was sold on September 11th. Please place your bids. And how we're going to do it, we're not going to go perfect Price is Right rules. So if you go a little over, it's okay. Just whoever is the closest is going to get the point. So place your bids now.
All right, and I'm going to let them write down their bids. I'm not going to look because I'm all about, legit and not cheating. But yeah, 1920, and it's the jersey number. It's got the hollow foil on there, and he's jersey number 1. So there was only
that's
one.
The most popular card in Impeccable.
There's only one of those made. So I mean, we are looking at a huge card. Go ahead and talk about that card, C-Rad.
Yeah, so the Impeccable number set in Impeccable is generally the most sought after set in Impeccable. People do like the RPAs. The RPAs are good if you get the patch versions number to 25. Obviously, people go for the metal cards, the silver and gold bars. But since it's released, the Impeccable number set, it could be like jersey number or points made per game, whatever it is. The Kobe ones, even before Kobe passed RP, it was like always one of the most popular sets going for the Kobe Impeccable numbers. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
All right, let's start. Maybe what we'll do is we'll show all of our prices first, Cody.
All right.
And then all right, this is going to be interesting because before it was like if somebody bid, like, let's just say 1,000, somebody bid 1,001.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm so bad at this. Like, I think I'm like super high and super low at the same time.
So I kind of feel the same way too. All right, go ahead, Dan. And you might just,
So I just show.
No, they can.
Or you can read it.
You can read it. We trust you. I'll vouch for you.
22,000.
All right, I went 36,000.
I went 21,000.
Ooh, okay.
All right, I don't even have to do the math. We have a winner. It is C-Rad getting the first point. The actual price for after 4 bids, $20,600.
Wow. Damn.
And we are taking these.
And I was pretty good. And there ain't nothing wrong with silver. C-Rad almost got it like perfectly.
And by the way, we are taking these prices from eBay bids for those listening or watching at home. So $20,600 for that.
In the
Zion
chat,
card.
we had 65K, 45K, 20K, 28K.
Nice.
Looks like Ron, if we were playing along in the chat, Ron got that dub there.
It's because Ron has bots. His bots were looking on eBay for exactly how much they sold for.
I didn't win that, but I feel really good. I feel really good about that.
It was very close.
I mean,
very close.
I don't.
Next
All right,
up,
I got to redeem myself here.
another NBA card. This is a cool one. 15-16 Immaculate Triple Auto of Kobe, Shaq, and Robert Horry. It's numbered to 25. It's not graded. The description has it as very good condition. It was sold on October 25th. What do you guys have?
All right. So
there were
go
16
ahead and,
bids for
you guys
this.
go ahead and lock in your bid. It's 1516 Immaculate, and it's hard sign. So that's what's cool about this one. And obviously, with Kobe, you can see he put the Kobe sticker on the back to say, hey, he signed it, which is awesome because he was a Panini authentic signer. So, Dan, what do you like best about that card there?
Well, I like that. One, it's acetate. Two, it's all on card and all same team. So that would be awesome if it was pulled in a break. We wouldn't have to randomize it.
And when did it sell there, Cody?
This was sold on October 25th of this year. 16 bids for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth a lot of money. Actually, you know, I know what it's worth.
All right, I locked it in. I got to get a W.
All right, since I think you flip it over first since you were what, like 30,000 off the last one.
I'm going 3,400.
3,400.
Yep.
All right, I'm going 8,200.
I'm going $2,400.
Ooh.
Oh man.
We're all over the place.
Wow.
All right, let me just do some quick math here.
Oh,
but
okay.
I think I know who the winner is.
I lost this one then.
What do you mean? Dude, it's Kobe and Shaq.
If you guys have this, hit up Dan. He'll pay 8,200 for it.
Not really, though.
Hey man, there's people in the 15K. Max gets it. Ron gets it.
Ron's definitely got his bots at work.
Dude.
All right, there you go. After some quick math, the winner is $5,100 is what it went for. So, Doug, you are the winner of that round.
I wasn't that far
You were
off.
off by 1,700. Dan was off by 3,100, and Conrad off by 2,700.
Oh, man.
I could have bought two of them.
Right? Kobe
right.
out of that.
That's what I
What was
thought
the
though.
price?
Because I saw two cards on there. I thought it was two of them. Front and back.
Sorry, I probably should have clarified. That's the back of the card you
I
see.
lost the pen. Doug stole my pen.
Oh, I did.
I can't win if I can't write.
That's my strategy there. All right.
All right, we
had guesses of 7K, 15K, 5,300. What did it actually sell for again?
5,100.
Wow.
5,100.
Double what I thought.
Yeah, I was with you. If it was,
I put a
if it was
couple of
closer
those,
to the
bro.
passing, I thought it would be more. That's why I
Yeah.
was like, October. It's, all right.
I wasn't that far off.
No, you weren't. That's why I thought it was closer to me and him, not me and you.
This is me as a slight newbie asking if Robert Ory's not on that card.
Yeah.
Does the value go up?
Well, who would be?
Yes.
We'd have to.
Okay, just making sure.
I think.
We'd need but it would have to still be a player, right?
Yeah.
Unless they just did a dual auto.
They do owe him one championship, though.
Yeah, big shot Bob.
That's true.
Big
That's
shot
true.
Bob. But yeah, you're right. If it was, I don't know, throw in.
If you got like Phil Jackson on there.
Yeah,
Well,
Phil
I
Jackson.
mean,
yeah.
yeah, because it has to be everybody who was on that team,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, on to the NFL. We got another triple auto. This is 2008 Topps Triple Threads NFL. Triple Jersey Relic and Triple Auto. You see the MVP there. You got Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, LaDainian Tomlinson. It's 3 of 3. It's BGS rated 8.5. Autos 10.
Why the heck is LT on there? I mean, I love LT. but-
I would imagine 3 MVP. If the
okay.
all 3 won MVP. So there you go. Sold August 21st. Place your bids.
Yeah, and go ahead and write it down, guys. Yeah, I mean, at least they're all in black pen, which is good. A lot of times you don't see that in triples. Those are stickers to note. 2018 Triple Threads, Triple Gold. What is that number to?
Number to 3.
Number to 3. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's a pretty cool card.
Yeah, I mean, what does the only if it was another quarterback, and I know again it's all MVPs, but if it was another quarterback like of that era, maybe
Rodgers,
Aaron Rodgers,
Breeze.
it would probably make it even worth more, right? But,
I would think so.
and it is 3 sticker autos, so those are not on card.
All right, so I think we're gonna go with C-Rad first.
All
I
right.
got $3,500.
I got 3,100.
I have 1850. 1,850.
All right. Another one where I don't even have to do the math. 40 bids for this card. It went for $1,009.99. Doug.
Hey, man, y'all sleeping
It's like
on
the-
LaDainian, bro.
Yeah.
The opposite of shield bid. Like what happened there?
I just took the ideology that a Tom Brady by itself would probably be what you guys picked, but because there's more guys in the card, that Tom Brady collectors don't want it as much, and add an LT. So that was my philosophy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you said just over 1,000.
$1,009.99. By the
I'll
way,
buy
this
it now
was
for
sold
that.
August
I'll buy
21st.
that
If
for
someone's
1,000,
asking in the
bro.
chat.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'd apparently buy it for 3,100.
You do. We may start getting some emails. Be like, hey, by the way, I bought
Hey,
that
I got this card for you.
All right, so right now, Doug is up 2, C-Rad with 1, and Dan still looking.
I
for the
need to
first
get
point.
I need to get my S together.
Still
over
looking to
here.
get
Well, we
on
get
the board.
3,600, 3,500, 9,500, 4,200, 10K.
Damn, 10K.
Ron,
eh?
10K.
Yeah.
Ron was doing well with basketball. Stick to basketball, Ron.
Yeah, Ron doesn't know. He's out of his mind with 10K.
I still think 1,009 for that is a steal, but that's
yeah,
just me. You know.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, on to the next one. A modern card for the NFL. We're looking at a 2020 Spectra Tua and Burrow dual auto. It's a
baby.
1-of-1 gold vinyl. It's ungraded, but the description is like new. Basically pulled right out of the pack and put right into a case.
When was it?
I like that.
This
When
was
was it
sold,
sold?
October 25th. October 25th.
So last week.
This one was sold.
By the way, Bomber Breaks, go ahead and send some PayPal.
Yeah, I was gonna go. It was a pretty sweet little advertisement right there. If you want to,
Gonna say.
friends and family
Yeah,
probably
that's
works.
cool. Yeah, exactly. Or get a break or something.
Maybe some allocation. I don't know.
But anyways, yeah. So Joey B, Tua the Ram Slayer.
They are sticker autos. Sticker autos.
Sticker autos. Those are shields off of a glove, I believe, as well. You guys already wrote them down?
Not yet. I'm thinking.
Okay.
I
got
I'm,
mine down.
I'm trying.
You're visualizing it.
I gotta get my stuff together here. I'm falling behind. I need to win this one.
All right. So you're
So
you're
I'm
putting a lot of thought
I'm
into
thinking
it.
about it.
Yeah. Spectra, gold vinyl,
And
super
dual
fractor,
shield as well, too.
dual
Should've
shield,
mentioned.
dual auto. Tua actually made it on 99% of the card there, or on the sticker. I mean, Joey B. Man, that's a tough one. Joey B by himself would probably outsell this card, I would say. Dan's got you got locked in. Dan's got it locked in.
All right.
I'm locked in. Locked in. I mean,
All right.
I don't know. Like I think the fact that when this was sold, it was the uncertainty of Tua. He was already named the starter, and Joe Burrow has been on fire. Not in wins, but he's been in fire when it comes to like just yardage. So filling up the stat sheet. All right, so I think I got the bronze last one, so I go first on this one. 4,100.
That's good, guys. I got 35 again. I'm going to go 35 again.
And I went
3,500.
39.50. So this is gonna be a close one, I think.
All right. Our winner, nobody was very close. Actually, though, someone in the chat got it. Zion Chaser got it perfectly. $7,000 this went for.
There you go, Dan.
After 68 bids, so that is a point for Dan.
You know, I wanted to be in the ballpark with you guys. I don't want you guys to feel bad. So I knew it was $7,000, but I just went 4,100. So
being
I mean,
nice.
I don't want you guys to be embarrassed. I'm not trying to embarrass you guys. So.
Man, people got some.
Not trying to run
money.
up the score.
And not trying to run up the score. You know, a victory is a victory. I'm not.
Would you rather buy that or 7 Tyler Hero silver PSA dens? I don't know. Probably seven Tyler Heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that's you gotta think about when that card was put on eBay, though.
Yeah. No. I mean, if they're the best in the league, I mean that's gonna be one of the best cards ever, I guess.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of dual autos of them.
All right. Leaving for football on to baseball. By the way, we're sitting at Doug with 2, Dan with 1, and C-Rad
Ooh,
with
it's getting-
1.
it's-
We're going to baseball, and we're going to go local, starting with the Giants. Buster
Oh, God.
Posey.
I'm outmatched for this, bro. I don't know anything about Giants cards.
I don't know, man. That card, you'd be surprised how low that card sells.
I know.
Buster
Thanks for the hint.
Posey. 2008 Bowman Chrome. It's his first Bowman. Buster Posey. Orange refractor on card auto. It's numbered to 25. You can see there PSA Gem Mint 10 and the 10 auto. This sold on September 17th.
Well, if Mike Trout orange sells for like $500,000, then Buster Posey must be like
200,000.
I was gonna say 250.
Got more
He's
rings.
using the strategy here to try to increase the bets or the bids or lower. I don't know. This is one that I wish I had in my collection. I actually have a bunch of these Buster Posey cards. My lowest is a blue at 150 that I paid a lot for. This is PSA 10, and his stuff has actually the pandemic did cause it to go up a little bit.
Okay, now he's trying to confuse you, C-Rad. He's trying to confuse you.
I got it.
All right, let's hear him.
Hold on, I got it right. Mine.
I love me some Buster Posey. He does not sell well. He did not play this year. I say that the pandemic did not increase his prices at all. So
who goes first?
I'll go first. 1750. Dan.
1750.
All right.
5,500.
2250.
Wow, I thought you guys would be a lot closer than that, like in terms of with each other.
Orange is rare. That's
It's
why.
number to 25.
Well, that's why it's rare.
Someone was off by just $300. And that, after 59 bids, $5,200.
I
is
know
what
my
this went
cards,
for.
baby.
This is
I
going
know
to
my
Doug.
Buster cards.
Exactly, like, dude, we don't.
Dude,
have a chance to pick up.
I'm a Buster fan, but like that was Shield. It's his card. Nobody buys Buster Posey cards. Doug bought it.
No, I did
He
not.
bought it. I
wish I did.
He bought it
at
for
that price.
5,500.
It
He's
was
like,
either
I need
Doug
it.
or Mrs. Posey, either one. Yeah, we don't know.
Well, one thing to note too is that that era of Bowman Chrome was very, very, very condition sensitive.
Don't try to
So
justify it.
The Gem 10, it might be a pop 1 or 2.
Try to justify. I love Buster Posey, but that was too much.
One of the indicators, which would probably be on the picture, we should ask was it Schilstein or because that will factor
you would see the logo.
That's true. You
Yeah,
would see
the
it in there.
logo.
So I think I won.
Yeah, you won.
Yep. Yeah, that's well.
We got three left,
We
right?
have 2 left.
Oh, okay, well, it could be a tie.
So there is still
Okay.
a chance for a tie. There's
Outside
still a chance for a
chance.
tie. And I think, frankly, if we're doing Price is Right rules, if you get the number exactly right, are we going to say, maybe I should have said this at the beginning, does it count for double?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, if you get it exactly right. We'll
All right,
do that.
just to raise the stakes a little bit here at
All
the
right,
end.
let's do it.
All right, we go from San Francisco to Oakland.
Yes. Let's go.
1980, Topps, Ricky Henderson, rookie card. It's SGC rated Gem Mint 10. This one sold on September 29th.
And I'll just say that's automatic. Like that's a 6.5. C-Rat 6.5 automatically.
There you
You
go.
know what I'm saying?
I mean,
counts
he
for
is
something.
definitely in the top 10 of greatest Bay Area baseball players of all time. I mean, we know Barry Bonds #1, but
I got
Ricky Anderson, maybe top 5.
I got it.
Oh, he's number 2.
I got
Come
a
on now.
I mean, how much is that card devalued because it's not PSA or BGS?
I know. Well, it's
There's
around
that.
the era that SGC is acceptable, in my opinion.
But I mean, it does have the black. They call it the black tuxedo.
The black tuxedo. Yeah.
All right. Locked in.
Man, it's got to be a pretty hard grade there. Now, for you SGC people out there, do they do 100 or is I'm assuming, right? It says 98 and then a Gem 10. I don't know what that means. I am just going to take a shot in the dark. Dan, that's an iconic card, right?
Why are you asking me if that's iconic?
Because I have to pause so I can write down mine.
So I got one. I got a raw one. Actually, I think I have 2 raw ones. One of them I've had since I was a kid. It's like 90-10 centering, and it's got it's
Bruh.
probably a 1 or a 2. Didn't get it graded because I mean it's obvious, right? Those cards it's tough to get a 10.
Yeah.
I don't know what SGC. I don't know if I don't know if everybody gets a 10. I don't know what goes down, but like,
It's Keystone Light tall can. All right, who's first?
all right. Well, Conrad was below me last time.
I'll go 1250. Dan.
How much?
$1,250.
$1,250. I pass.
Doug?
19.
Okay, go.
19,500.
All right.
Oh man. 4,500.
This is an incredible discrepancy. But guess what? The guy who went out on a limb, Dan, is the winner.
Oh, man.
This sold after 52 bids for $28,666.
And I'll tell everybody, there is one thing I know. SGC grading and Ricky Henderson rookie cards.
Oh, my God.
And that I just showed. I know absolutely nothing about baseball cards,
Did
other
anybody get
than
close to that?
other than it was a C-Rad 6.5.
19. Dan got the closest at
Not in the
19,500.
chat. Did anybody even
Oh.
get? I don't even.
Don't
think
ever
people-
don't
ask
think
me
so.
to value your baseball cards, guys. Don't ever. I'm gonna obviously
If you're in the
undervalue it.
area and you got SGC and Ricky Henderson cards, you bring them down. I'll be your price guide.
All right, so Dan has an outside chance, right?
That's
Yes,
right.
he
If
does.
you can get this next number exactly
I'm on
right,
fire
if Dan
now.
can get that right.
Well, no, he has 2. I have 3, right?
That's right. So Dan has to get this one exactly right. I don't know what we're going to do
To
for
win,
a tiebreaker.
but-
I didn't
Yeah,
even
it's
think about
true.
it. Well, we'll figure something out for a tiebreaker. Maybe just do
rock,
some
paper, scissors,
Rochambeau.
So I got to get it exactly right.
Yeah, maybe
Like-
we'll do a recount. I don't know.
Like on the button, huh?
So
No
here,
pressure.
well, to win outright, you got to get it exactly right, or well, let's just play and see what happens. Our wild card, Pokemon. It is 1999
Oh, you guys are screwed.
Pokemon Jungle Booster Box First Edition. There's 36 packs in here. Just to give you a little more background, this is the second set of Pokemon cards ever released. The hits include a Hollow Snorlax, Wigglytuff, Clefable,
wiggly tough.
and Kangaskhan. This sold on October 27th. I'm just going to tell you right now.
For how much?
Oh, yeah, that I'm not telling you. It sold on October 27th. There were 125 bids put in for this.
What?
And 100 of them were Logan Paul.
So
Yeah, exactly.
So not as sought after as the other first edition, but there'd be maybe the second.
It would be like the second most sought after. Yes, absolutely.
when did it?
This sold on October 27th, so last week.
all right, I'll just go first since I'm last place and everything.
Dan's got to write it still, I think. So shield, super rare. Dan Ziggy said 1.2. We got 102 in the chat. Oh, I shouldn't be saying anything. He's writing down his bet still. 200K, 245K.
I was
We
already-
got big
I was already writing it
numbers.
down.
Ready?
We got big numbers in the chat. All right, C-Rad, go ahead.
75K, $75,000.
75K, okay.
Yep.
Yes, 36 packs.
105,000.
125,000.
125K. All
105
right. Well, I can tell you, what is it?
I said Dan's got 105 and C-Rad has 75.
Okay. And Doug, you had 125, correct?
Yep.
We have an outright winner. It is Doug, who was the closest. No one was even sniffing it, though, except I think Ziggy in the chat had it almost exactly right. $1.2 million is what this went for.
No, it didn't.
No,
I'm telling you, this is what I saw.
Didn't do it.
1.2. $1,203,400.
No.
Why would the other one sell for 200,000?
I have no idea.
But
It doesn't make
why?
any sense. But
But
that's what I
why?
saw on eBay, and that's
One point. Did you say 1.2 million?
I saw
That was a
1.2.
shielded.
1.2.
Yeah.
1.2 million
And that's why the wild card is fun. 'Cause
Dollars?
You just don't know.
dollars.
I'll double check. Dollars.
Dollars.
Jeez.
Again, it's eBay, so things could get weird, and it may
I
not
need
end
it.
up
I
being
need to
that.
see.
But
I need to see the PayPal transaction.
Yeah, I need to see Logan Paul's account.
But that is that's
that,
crazy.
but that actually, I mean, if it did sell for 1.2 and somebody actually paid for that, that is the Logan Paul effect.
I'll tell you this much because I've been watching a lot of Pokemon coverage lately because like all of us we've seen it grow. The second set is nowhere near as popular as the first set. Matter of fact,
I don't know. They got a wiggly tough. I mean, I've been looking for one for a while.
so you know like you guys said, I need to see that PayPal receipt, bro. Because
Don't forget the
1.2 million.
Snorlax too. I think that's what my wife says.
Like I'm not downplaying it because it's rare. It's definitely absolutely rare. But in terms of like what you can like what people are chasing, you know what I mean? Like that first set is so iconic that it's always gonna be number one compared to the second set. Now the second set I know is as rare as the first one because you know they didn't come out that far apart from each other.
But this one does say on the box first edition limited printing. So maybe that has an effect.
Yeah. Well, I think the first editions are always say just like limited printing because they're not going to make as many first editions as they
Yeah.
are like the general release.
Well, obviously it wasn't. It's not Pokey Dan, because Pokey Dan was.
Dang,
Was-
Doug crushed us today, bro. Doug,
I mean, it's
especially me.
funny to say, but I was off by a milli.
I'd buy the Honus. Oh, I was off by a milli too. I mean, we were all off by more than a milli. So, but well, that's all we got for the show. I mean, we got about 7 minutes before we got to get into some breaks. So that was fun. We'll try to do this a little bit more often now that we can do the three-way. I think the three-way format makes it awesome. Yeah. So, yeah.
Jeez.
But because this way you don't have to play the game where it's like, I bet 1,500, I bet 1,501, which I think was kind of lame. It's better to have all three people writing down their votes. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll even get iPads or something.
That was a part of the
or
strategy.
Samsung.
I'll get a Samsung.
Well, we
tablet.
can get our Apple pens and.
Yeah,
You know, write that on
I actually need to go get an Apple Pen.
But all right, guys. Well, that's all we got for today's show. Check us out at Mojobreak_com on Twitter, as well as our Mojobreak Media channel. We're giving away some free stuff on our Mojobreak Media channel.
Giving away a $1.2 million limited edition Pokemon box.
We are not. Maybe on the second Tuesday of next week. But we are giving away some a Mosaic football pack on Twitter. So under the Mojobreak M account. So at Mojobreak M, giving away a Spectra Football hobby pack. So get in on that. You got to make your pick for MVP of the NFL football season this year. We'll be doing more stuff like that. So, but we got more breaks. All of our breaks are scheduled. All of our breaks are guaranteed to fill. We're breaking live 7 days a week over at Mojobreak.com. If you're on our site, you're learning, you want to figure out how to break. Our schedule's on the right side of our site. If you're on PC, if you're on a mobile phone, it's down at the bottom. Everything is scheduled out so you can find out when you want to break either Clearly Donruss, National Treasures. We got Prism Football up for pre-sale. So that's it for the for episode 162, and we'll see you guys next week on The Hype. Peace.